this is Mike, Seder 42 Vinyl. I'm going to do another video. I actually made a mistake on my previous videos where all those records that I bought, I said that I bought them in April, but I actually bought them in March. These albums I actually bought in April, but I'm just going to label the videos March just so it's consistent, I guess. But yeah, I got my months mixed up for whatever reason. And so anyway, that's just a side note, just so you know that these are actually more recent albums that I bought. I bought them last month in April, but I'm actually going to label them March. And yeah, this is going to be metal. So I'm going to do, I think, 3 videos, 5 to 6 albums each, just to keep the videos a little bit shorter. So I'm going to go in release order. So this is the newest album that was released in, release date for the album specifically. I'll go from that and we'll go back all the way into the past. So the albums will start getting older. All right, the first album is Castle Rat. I know that this was on Banger Metal Comedy. He put it on there. He talked about it, Blaine, and I might have heard about it from there. I know on Bandcamp you can subscribe to other people who buy albums, that might have similar tastes as you, so you can see what they're buying. And I might have seen somebody pre-order this, but I think I got this on an email list as a new release. But anyway, I heard about this band. Immediately, I was attracted to the female side of this band, which is the vocalist and guitar player, she's really cool. The videos for these couple songs that they have are done really well. They're really like B-movie horror videos. They're really cool. And they have a live show that you can watch on YouTube that was filmed at the St. Vitus Club, I believe. There's actually a lot of shows that were recorded at that place, and they're all really good sound quality. They're right into the soundboard, so it's not like handheld or anything like that. It's actual, live concerts from that venue. Really, really cool stuff. And I saw them, I think I saw them on there before because I recognized, the band name, and I think that there was a female singer and guitar player. But then this album got, like I said, I got an email on it or whatever, and I picked it up. This is basically doom metal, but kind of like wave British heavy metal, kind of doom, older style, 70s feel to it, kind of Sabbathy a little bit. Really cool stuff. I'm really enjoying this so far. Yeah, I need to listen to it a bit more, but I did spin it a few times and I really liked it. All right, the next album that I bought was this. I got on an Amazon special. I think it was like 16 or 17 bucks it went down to. This is the Cirith Ungol. This is their latest and supposedly final album, or at least they're going to stop touring. They may still put out albums. I'm not sure if they clarified that or not, but this is pretty good, in the same vein as the other Cirith Ungol albums, the newer stuff. So I thought it was just okay so far. I'll probably need to listen to this a bit more to see if I like it more, but right now I would say that it's just okay. I thought it was just typical for what these guys are doing. Okay songwriting, some good songs, but just in that same style. It didn't like hit me right away like, oh wow, this is really good. So I would maybe stream this a bit before you pick it up.
Another waking nightmare.
Next album I got, this was a friend of mine, Rockley, recommended this album. He found a deal on Amazon. I think it was like 15 bucks or something like that, $14. I can't remember the exact price, but it was really low. And this is the Stratovarius. I think this is their 2022 album. I want to say this is their latest album. I think it might be. So I can double check that and put it at the bottom. But yeah, this is really good stuff. I listened to this a couple times. I can confidently recommend this. This is pretty good power metal. And these guys have been at it for quite a while. I think they only have like a couple of members that are the same, maybe. I didn't do the research, but I'm pretty sure, I want to say that the singer for sure is the same. And it's been the same throughout the entirety of this band. I have another album, Destiny, that's really good. And there's one other album, can't remember the name of it. I think it has like a rainbow on the cover. That album, I'm familiar with those earlier albums from Stratovarius, but I really kind of fell off after, forget the name of the album, but the one with the dolphins on it, that one. I kind of stopped being interested in that, in their music after that. Not necessarily for any reason specifically, because that was a good album. It's just I kind of just fell off and just stopped kind of following them. But Rockley's been getting into a lot of power metal, and we've been kind of talking about it lately. So, we were just discussing bands, and I mentioned to him Stratovarius. I'm like, you got to pick up at least one album from these guys. Really good stuff. But yeah, I got this incredibly cheap. And this is on, I think this is cool. I kind of like this. I don't know if other people like this or not. I would kind of wish that other bands would do this more frequently. I have a few albums like this, but it's on recycled. And I guess what that means is like, after they press a bunch of albums, there's a bunch of leftover, stuff, plastic or vinyl from, cutting the albums out and stuff like that. And I think they just use those colors, anything that's left over, and just press a bunch of albums. Maybe they get a discount when they do that. I mean, I don't think it's going to matter with the sound quality. I think that's a good idea. And I like that they're all kind of unique colors, like sometimes you get kind of this one just came out like a kind of a purplish, burgundy-ish color. But yeah, I've had a couple other albums that come out, like orange, but they're all kind of, I would say, marble, type vinyl, where the colors, there's a few colors and they're mixed in, which is kind of cool. I would buy strictly recycled, if there was always a recycled option for different records, I would probably choose that more frequently if it was available. All right, and the next one is Vicious Rumors. This is a band. This is Celebration Decay. This was their latest album from 2020. This is just a great, consistent band. This is like the Saxon of U.S. power metal. They are just like constantly putting out records. At least they're up to 2020 they were. And just really putting out some good product here. They've been very consistent over the years. I really have no complaints about this band. They're just kind of like a thrashy U.S. power metal band. You could probably compare these guys a little bit to Sabotage, in that style. They're not thrash, but they're not like, power metal. They're kind of in between, so they kind of get that US power metal label because of that. And it's really good stuff. There's a different vocalist on this album than there had been on previous albums. And I read that Greg Christensen from Testament also played bass on here, which is pretty cool. And I've listened to this once so far and I enjoyed it. Very consistent. couple good songs, you know, some really good catchy tunes on here. Like Right Away, there's a couple songs that stick out. So I would recommend this and any other albums. And these go for pretty cheap on Amazon sometimes. You can get a deal on these. I'm pretty sure I got this one for under 20 bucks as well. I've been using that website Camel, where you can kind of get emails when prices drop a certain amount on albums or just anything really on Amazon. But I've used it for albums. And when things drop under 20 bucks, I tend to take a little bit closer look at them. So good album. Vicious Rumors is a great band. I'm still wanting to get some of their early stuff. I would like to get original presses, but they're kind of expensive. The self-titled, like the first couple Atlantic albums, the self-titled and I want to say Welcome to the Ball or something like that, whatever that album was. That was a really good album too. I actually had that album. Both those albums are good. I'm going to keep picking up Vicious Rumor albums. I haven't bought one of their albums that I didn't like. So good stuff there. And the last one for this video is Avantasia. This came out in 2019. This isn't the latest. They had another album after this, but this is Moonglow. Avantasia, again, just another consistent band. I got this on the black vinyl. I actually bid on this on eBay, and I ended up getting it for like $20 plus shipping, which was pretty cheap for what this album tends to go for new. You know, it was more of like a used price, and it was new, so it was still in the, you know, shrink and everything. But of course, I pulled it out of the shrink and properly stored it in my record collection. You know who I'm talking to. So yeah, this is Moonglow. I saw that Rockley had bought this, and this is one that I didn't have. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to try to get this. I didn't want to spend a lot because these later Avantasia records, they're really very similar to what Avantasia has already done. So it's almost like they're putting out the same album over and over again. Good songs, not necessarily a bad thing, but they're really not breaking new ground, and they're not like writing like the best songs ever. They're just writing really good, consistent songs. And I tend to play the earlier stuff more, the Metal Opera and the Scarecrow trilogy. Like those are the 5 albums from Avantasia I love. Everything after that has just been good. I would say good to really good. But so yeah, that just goes to show how much I really, really, really love those first 5 albums, because those albums are fantastic. And Avantasia is great. I have no issues with this band. I love them. Tobias does a real great job. Ed Guy is good too. So I like his songwriting. I like his style. It's just that he hasn't really changed his style of songwriting or sound in, you know, since the beginning of Avantasia, really. So I guess they have changed a little bit, you know, since the beginning. But I think once Scarecrow came out, that style of Avantasia has been consistent since then and throughout all their albums, I think. At least not, I mean, they're, you know, everybody can nitpick and say, oh yeah, but this album's slightly different than, you know, yeah, maybe there might be slight differences, but I just don't think it's enough to say, oh, this Avantasia album sounds so different from the other one. They sound very similar to each other. So, but anyway, not to knock Avantasia, just if you have the first 5 albums, you may not need this one. But I still got it anyway, just to complete the collection, just to keep it going.
Every single stroke they say was worth the pain. Now in this gallery of wonder, you wonder what it's all about. You're selling some in the rain. I'm gonna give them bite-sized lemonade. Oh.
right. That's the end of this video. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, comment, and like. All of that helps other people find the videos. If they like these types of videos, I like people showing the new stuff they bought in short increments like this one, but I also like to hear songs. So if anybody out there is not putting, music in their videos, you can put it in there. You're not going to get monetized, but if you're not being monetized anyway, if you're making pennies, just put music in your video. It's fun and it's not going to mess with your channel. So at least it isn't right now at the time that I'm putting music in my video. So it's always cool to hear. And I noticed there was a band, Hair Metal Guru. He started putting music in his videos, and I really appreciate that. I think that's cool. So yeah, start doing that. If nobody's doing that, it makes me want to watch the video more. All right. Anyway, thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.